that describes the remedies that can be sought when a person holds legal right to property that he should not be able to keep. In other words, they create a constructive trust for the banks to keep your property. This property is the property that is illegally gained through fraud, wrongdoing, or some other kind of reprehensible behavior. So, your 14th Amendment citizen is a constructive trust. It's fraud. They use it to take the property from you who actually worked for it, right? Now, the trust I'm talking about of you expressing it in written and making a trust that cannot be constructive. It cannot be fraud. They cannot take your shit. That's the purpose of y'all having these trusts. All right? Now, let me go on. The basic of trust. Trust basic. Oh, yeah, they definitely use the constructive trust to lock you up. Take your kids. Now, this is my whole thing, y'all. This is my whole thing. Y'all know what's coming down the pipeline. Y'all know they're going to try to force this vaccination on people. Your ass better be in a trust. Your straw man better be in that trust. Your kids better be in that trust if you don't want that shit forced upon you. Dead ass. I don't know what the fuck everyone else is trying to do to help y'all. Jonah trying to tell you get into that trust before this shit go down. Now, let me finish reading. Without getting into various subclasses of express and implied trust, the basic difference between one created by an express act of a party and one created by an implied act of a party is that the former is stated fully in the language, oral or written, while the latter is inferred from the conduct of the party. These are the very generalized definitions, so presented for want of space, since there are many intricacies concerning the true meaning of the term implied. It has been shown that in the sense of classification, an express trust can only be applied based on what is implied by the language of the instrument, giving rise to the trust. So see, when I taught you in the webinar, the template of the express trust tells them straight up, your intention is to create an express trust. That verbiage right there was enough to create it. You know, for all them people that's out there that says, oh, Jonah didn't express it good enough to express trust, or it's not enough language. No, motherfucker. Less is more. Less is more. A wise man speaks with less words. So let's go on. So we won't get into that. I focus on a particular written express type. Even though the above definition is essentially accurate, it does little to define the express trust as it is known in its fullest sense under the protections of the common law. Now, this is the part we really want to concentrate on, express trust under the common law. Because there's many other trusts out there, but you definitely want the trust to be under the common law so you can pull it into a whole different jurisdiction. Now, real quick, I'm going to go to the call lines, see what y'all talking about out there before I go on. And then we're going to go into, you know, express trust under the common law. All right, so I'm going to 616-723. Peace to the God. Peace. Are you there?
I'm sorry, Jonah. I dozed off. I'm sorry. It's been a long night last night.
You doze off. I
How
wish I
you
could
doing
take
today?
my time to doze off.
Yeah, I know. I was listening in. They cut you off there for about 10 minutes, so that's when I dozed off.
Yeah, man. This is what they like doing to me. Y'all gotta really recognize that. All right, Friday's show. My Friday show was about how they created this new website, The Real Jonah Bay, up there just to diss the shit out of me, right? And then you got to look at every time I'm teaching, they want to cut me off. It got to be a real reason why they doing that.
I don't want you to get the
everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
The information must be on point.
Yes.
See, the information I'm giving y'all tonight is the most realest shit. Like, they want you to stay under this 14th Amendment, which is a constructive trust, where they can take all your shit.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm teaching you how to get around it. They want you to stay under that so they can force these vaccinations on you. And I'm showing y'all how to get around it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they're going to cut me off.
Mm-hmm. You're cutting into their money, man.
I would cut me off, too. I really would. So, what do you think about the subject tonight?
The constructive trust?
Yeah, and the express trust, yes.
Well, I would definitely, I've been studying the express trust, listening to your webinars, and going along, taking notes, and trying to learn what I need to learn so I can get myself established under that express trust. That's
Absolutely.
where we need to be. That's where the natural
men. If people don't know it, I'm allowing people to come to Atlanta, and I'm still allowing y'all to come to Atlanta, and I'm helping y'all. If y'all want that help, y'all want to make a deal. I made a deal on the 5,000. I've made very good deals for people to get it done. Hit me up at jonahnbay@gmail.com, and we'll discuss how we can get it done for you. But anyway, yeah, I want everyone to get their trust in, man, especially before starts going down with this goddamn
the vaccine.
Shit with this vaccine. Yeah.
They said they've created a vaccine already, and they've tested it. Now they're going to be ready to roll it out pretty soon.
They've always had it. They've had it before. Yeah. They've always had it. So
when they created their virus, they created the vaccine at around the same time.
Exactly. Now we can't help, when the fuck, if the fuck we catch this disease, because believe me, I didn't want to catch it.
It's
we
real.
Can control. Yeah, it's real. We can control with the trust, this vaccine part. Because the vaccine, they definitely going to have it in the vaccine to kill you. The motherfucking disease will be in that vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for a nigga like me who already had it, I'm a little more protected. I got the antibodies.
That's
for
right.
y'all, you don't want to fuck with it. I'm telling you don't want to fuck with this disease, man. It took my breath away. It took my lungs away. I'm building my lungs back up. You don't want to fuck with this disease, so you don't want this vaccine. And in my opinion, I could be wrong, but in my opinion right now, the vaccine is going to be used to depopulate the world.
Absolutely. And control those that remain, that survive it.
Right.
It's supposed to have some type of, way that they can program it. They use the 5G to program and reprogram whatever foreign
The
agent
5G
they have here.
is the thing that supercharges, if you ask me. It supercharges this disease where your body just becomes ravaged. In 1 week in the hospital, it took my lung capacity away. In 1 week, it made me lose 30 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
That shit was trying to take me out.
They tried, but you're a strong man, more man.
Yes, I am. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I got shit to do. I got shit to do for humanity. I got shit to do for my family. I can't go nowhere. I can't go nowhere. So
that's why you're named Jonah. The biblical Jonah was instructed to go to Nineveh.
Yep.
To tell the people what their God wanted them to know.
With this fucked up ass disease, tell y'all the shit is real.
It's real.
Look out, that bitch Rona is out there trying to get you.
That's right. But you know what? We're getting upgraded, though, Jonah. The new energies that's coming from the black sun to the planet is upgrading our DNA.
This is part of the rise, part of the reset. This is all part of it. And so you're absolutely right with that. This is all part of it. And the ones that's going to survive, supposed to survive, will survive.
That's right.
Fact.
That's right.
You know, but all right, then, wonderful talking to you. Let me get back to reading before I run out of time.
All right.
All right, peace, God.
Peace.
Wonderful sister. Loved her energy. Loved talking to her. All right, let's get back into this book. Now it says, I'm right here in page 4 of the Trustee Handbook, the one that has 99 pages. You know, there's a bunch of them on the internet. I don't know which one I'm reading from. But it says, express trust under common law. The most adequate definition of an express trust is to be understood from the earlier case law, which has been eloquent, summed up, and restated into a clear, concise definition by Alfred D. Chandler, Esquire, in the first of his 2 papers submitted as a report to the Tax Commissioner of Massachusetts on voluntary associations as part of the legislative investigation into the economic effect of the state 1911. At page 6, he offers the following. Now, I'm going to hold off reading that because first I want to go into the Cliff Notes. It says Black's Laws Dictionary, page 1513, 7th edition, 1999, an even more basic definition is provided therein as the right enforceable solely in equity. Y'all don't have to believe me. Black Laws Dictionary told you if you're in an express trust, it's enforceable solely in equity. Now, I got a book on JonahBay.com. It's the equity book. We will be going back into that equity book. I will start teaching from that again because this is where your express trust is. So you must know, it's a saying. The saying is the only rights you have are the ones you can defend, protect, right? So that's why we're going into the equity book, to know how to defend, protect. We got the executive letter, and that's dope, but what if they violate that letter? We got to prepare for that suit. We got to figure out how to do that suit. It's called the bill in chancery, if y'all remember. And I know a lot of y'all, that's what y'all want to hear. You know what I mean? That's what y'all want to hear. Y'all want to sue these people. All right? Now let me go on. To the beneficial enjoyment of property to which another one holds the legal title. There are many more sub-definitions as well as expansions upon the nature of a trust relationship, being a fiduciary, one, but we won't get into them for want of space. Now, they say C. George P. Constantine, Jr., Classification of Trust, 27 Harvard L. RVE 437, 438, 439, 1914. I think that's a book. I'm going to look it up and see what's going on with that. I haven't checked it out. We might have to do a show on that. Then it says, express trusts under the common law are superior and distinct mode of administration distinguished from partnership contrasts with corporations, 1912. Mr. Chandler Lullacy brought to the attention of the Massachusetts Tax Commission the misapplication of the term. Niggas been banging it out with the tax courts from the beginning, showing them, yo, I'm not in your jurisdiction. I'm not. Those laws that you have when it comes to the constructive trust, aka the 14th Amendment, does not apply to this legal person, express trust. Now, let me read what it's saying right here. The express trust puts the legal estate entirely in one or more persons, while the other have beneficial interests in and out the same, but are neither partners nor agents. The simple, adequate. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. The simple, adequate common law right any person or group of persons, sui juris, may exercise. Sui juris, y'all, or sui juris, as the Moors like to call it, sui juris. So let's look at what sui juris means. Now, let me put this in the chat so y'all know I'm not lying. You know, that's what the haters always say. I'm lying. I'm a fraud. How am I a fraud if I'm giving y'all the truth? How am I a fraud if I have y'all buy templates and do it for yourself? I read the laws with you to make sure you understand it yourself. How the fuck is that fraudulent? I don't know, but that's what they say. And you know what they always say, that Jonah Bay shit don't work. But we don't give a fuck what they say. Let's go on. Definition of sui juris, having full legal rights or capacity. Remember when I showed y'all Minnesota Rule 220? You had to have, you got to be sui juris, full legal rights or capacity. The only way to do that is through the express trust, y'all. In Latin, it says one's own right. You have to be competent. You got to understand your own rights and express them. Now, another one says, subject to his own law, an independent legal person. Independent from who? Independent from what? The 14th Amendment status. Independent from, the United States Corporation, or what you would call these corporations is called fuck is the name? What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now. But all these fake ass companies, all these people, all these companies in La La Land, you got to be independent from them. Now, the only way to do that is through the express trust. Now, here's another one. Wikipedia says, also spelled sui juris, is a Latin phrase that literally means one's own right. It is used in both civil law and canon law and by the Catholic Church. Thank you. It is called municipalities. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Jessica. Municipality. You see what I'm saying? Fuck the municipal corporations. If you in trust, you surpass them. You surpass them. All right, so let's get back to reading the trustee handbook. Listen, man, one thing I want y'all to know, y'all have to study this handbook. Y'all have to study it along with the webinars. Look at me, man. I'm still studying this shit. This is how I'm bringing you the show tonight. I'm still studying the handbook, man. And the more I pick it up, the more I see what I see. All right? So let me continue reading. The trustees issuing certificates, beneficial and capital interest divided into shares, as well as issuing bonds and other obligations are freely as they are upon a bank account. Have a passbook and draw and circulate checks or make whatever contractual relations are allowed to a person as a natural right. Now, let me say this. Me and Joey, our trust is putting together the SUSU. The SUSU is a savings club. Y'all will have to join as members, and it will have a contract, and you will make your money when you draw down. We're using, this is why I'm all up in the book, the trustee handbook. To put together, listen, your trust must be funded. I know we funded it when we started it with the goal, but y'all need way more money than that. Y'all need way more money than that. You know what I mean? So we're going to do what the Chinese do. We're going to do what the Jews do. We're going to do what every other nationality do to get their money up in their communities. We have plans on, even after we draw down the money, and we got big amount of monies, later this year or next year, we wanted to create another trust where that trust goes and buys a ghost town for us to live in, where we have no law but our own law, the Mohammedan laws. And there's really one law to that. Treat others as you want to be treated. That's the only real law. You know what I mean? I don't know about y'all. I would love to live in that type of community. So I'm not waiting for Farrakhan to do it. I'm not waiting for the Moorish Science Temple to do it. What we're doing is making it happen for ourselves. I'm not waiting for no one, y'all. Fuck that. I'll just keep on working at it. Straight up. But let me go on. Definition is that the express trust is not merely a property interest held by one for the benefit of another, but rather a private contract for holding of a divisible property interest accepted by one at the offer of another, having full power to do whatever he may naturally do for himself as an individual sui juris for the benefit of a third party of his choosing. What has been created here is a trust organization, purely sui juris. As a general proposition, it may be asserted that one who creates a trust may mold it into whatever form he pleases, and that whatever one may lawfully do for himself, he may authorize another to do for him without receiving any benefit, privilege, or franchise from any government or other outside party. See, it just broke down how if you do your trust properly, it's sui juris, and it took nothing from the government and nothing from no outside party, so they can't interfere with the operation. And then it says, and therefore we owe no duty to any government or other outside party to the extent that no common law, criminal, or civil wrong is the purpose of the contract. If this so, then the trust is afforded all the common law protections ordinary given to private contracts, particularly the obligation of them. Now, the question is whether the parties to contract are truly acting sui juris, i.e., of pure, unadulterated common law rights because of its parties have prior contractual obligations, which grant outside party vested interest in all personal relations, then the contract has acquired third-party overseer intervener. Now, what that means is if you bought the car and you already have obligations to pay the car, and then you put it in the trust, that's not actually sui juris. You're going to have to what? Discharge that car. So I would tell you go to jonahbay.com and get the discharge webinar. Either you're going to use the discharge webinar or you're going to use accord and satisfaction. And let me say this, right now with COVID going on, they are literally discharging so much shit you'd be surprised. Y'all better get on it right now before other people figure it out. And I probably shouldn't have said this shit on the air, but I'm telling you, this is a good time. This is a good time. Remember, I told you, 31 U.S.C. 3113. That law up real quick. 31 U.S.C. 3113. Accepting gifts. To provide the people of the United States with the opportunity to make gifts to the United States government to be used to reduce the public debt. The Secretary of Treasury may accept for the government a gift of money made only on the condition that it be used to reduce the public debt. That's what you got to write on your instrument. Money made only on the condition that it's used to reduce the public debt, and then give them the public debt, which is your debt, your name, your account number. B, an obligation of the government included in the public debt made only on the condition that the obligation be canceled and retired and not reissued. And C, other intangible personal property made only on the condition that the property is sold and the proceeds from the sale used to reduce the public debt. And 2, the administrator of general service may accept for the government a gift of tangible property made only on the condition that it be sold and the proceeds from the sale be used to reduce the public debt. That's some your GSA bonds right there. B, the secretary and administrator each may reject the gift under this section when the rejection is in the interest of the government. So they will reject your security that you're making to get rid of the debt, a.k.a. discharge it, whenever they want. This is why I could never guarantee, the GSA bonds will work for you. I could never guarantee, discharge will work for you. Right here is the law where it shows you they do it when they want to. They do it when they want to. No one else told you that. No one else gave you that law. I'm keeping it 100 with you. Right? Now, because of NESARA, they are willing to discharge all types of shit they ain't been discharging lately. Get it in, y'all. Get it in. If y'all don't know how to discharge, pick up the DVD, like I said, at jonahbay.com. Learn how. Learn how. All I know is, my niggas, I got a $200,000 hospital bill. I'm using it. I'm about to send out my discharge for that. Straight up. Because I be damn if I give them $200,000. Nigga, that's one of my supercars. Y'all already know I like supercars, Lambos, and shit like that. That's a Lambo. Fuck out of here. Yeah, $200K for that 10 days in the hospital. 10 days in the them doctors get paid. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I ain't even got no goddamn insurance. They kept me in there and ran that bill up. Obviously, they know who can pay shit and who can't. That's some bullshit. But let me get back to reading. All right, so under this one, they have a whole lot of footnotes. It says voluntary associations to the express trust. It is well settled that the term association for income tax purposes, taxable as a corporation, embraces business trust. This is why I had to make sure a lot of y'all were setting up business trusts instead of express trust. The business trust is basically a constructive trust. It won't help you. It's a 14th Amendment. And what Congress did not intend to embrace within the term association, pure express trust. So if you don't have a pure express trust, my nigga, you fucking up. That is a trust of traditional pattern where property is conveyed by will, deed, or declaration of trustee. Pennsylvania Code for Insurance on Lives Granting Annuities versus U.S. 138 F. Period 2D 869 C.C.A.3 Pennsylvania 1943. That's where that quote came from. In the Crocker versus Malley 249 U.S. 223, 63L. .ed. 573 1919, the court made it clear that a pure express trust, active and functioning as such, has standing in law as a trust, not an association. See, you don't want it to be an association. Association is a constructive trust, 14th Amendment. They got power over it. Then it says, C. Press Woodrow Wilson addresses before the American Bar Association at Chattanooga, Tennessee, August 31st, 1910, entitled The Lawyer and the Community. He says that the liberty is always personal, never aggregated. So you want liberty, it has to be personal. That's why the trust is there. Always a thing inherent in individuals taken singularly, never in groups or corporations or communities. So all y'all niggas out there in these damn groups, I keep on telling you, groups ain't good. The individual unit of society is the individual. It has long been held that the trustee of an express trust has greater latitude than ordinary trustees, simply because such trusts created by individuals sui juris may do whatever individual sui juris may do. See, so y'all hearing the case law right here. Now, these case laws are the case laws you need to be putting in your what? You put it in your executor letter. You feel me? Hardy versus Tracy, 118 MO 631 24 S.W. 214 216. Also see Shaw versus Payne, 12 Massachusetts 293. The person who creates a trust may mold it into whatever form he pleases. Perry on trust. I mean, how many times y'all got to hear this shit? You got Howe versus Hinkle, which is a big case. I know y'all heard of that one. You got so many. It's crazy. And Berry versus McCourt, 204 NE 2D, 235, 240, 1965. The court held that the express trust is a contractual relationship based on a trust form. And in Smith versus Morse, it was held that the law on procedure in its operation denying or obstructing contract rights impairs the contractual obligation and is therefore violative of Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution. See, for them to mess with your trust is a direct violation of the Constitution, because the express trust is created by the exercise of the natural right to contract, which cannot be abridged. The agreement, when executed, becomes protected under federally enforceable right to contract law and not under the laws passed by the several states' legislatures. You hear that? Your trust bypasses the laws that was put in by the state. In Elliott versus Freeman, 220 U.S. 178, 1911, the court made it clear that the express trust is not subject to legislative. Now do y'all understand why y'all got to be in this damn trust? And y'all got to express it correctly? This ain't no bullshit, yo. This is the most important shit y'all could be doing. You know what I mean? And that's tonight. I made it priority to read the case laws to you, because I don't think y'all really get what I've shown y'all how to do. But I'm going back to the call line. I'm going because we ain't got that much time. We only got 26 minutes. I'm going to 616-723. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace, Jonah. We spoke already. I yield the floor to someone else.
I thought so. All right. I'm going to 346-268. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace. Jonah, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. And I'm so happy and grateful that large sums of money flow to me. I'm so happy and grateful perfect health flows into my body because I need it.
I say to the journey. So, out of curiosity, I want to know what you named the tree.
What did I name the what?
The tree, the maple tree. Did you go out and do
shit. I haven't. Yeah. My wife ain't let me out the house yet to do that.
Okay, cool. Also,
she's not confident with my breathing yet. I get so short-winded, she don't want me to pass out. But as soon as I can go outside, I will do that.
Yeah, me and my niece was wondering about that. We was wondering what she was going to name the tree. Okay, so I have
I'm probably
a question.
going to name it after one of my ancestors, to be real with you.
See, I was saying that you was going to name it another Jonah, because, that's pretty original.
I might, because, I'm not the only Jonah in my family. My name came from my ancestors. It came from my dad.
Okay, dope.
So I'm
dope. Yeah, and then for the mucus in the lungs, have you ever heard of mullein? The plant?
I'm using it every day. I'm using it 3 times a day.
Yeah, it's good
Girl,
to light the leaf too and inhale it.
Every herb. My son just came in and dropped off teas and herbs to me right now. I am not playing. I'm getting rid of this sugar. I'm getting rid of this problem with
Bring some kombucha too. But don't get the one with the yeast in it. I try to stay away.
I've been doing kombucha even when I was in the hospital.
Okay.
Me and my wife, and all you guys been sending me all this stuff, and I've been researching it, and I've been listening to y'all.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Because your service well appreciated.
To be a good teacher, you must first be a good motherfucking student.
A student, correct. Wisdom is just a learning experience.
Absolutely. How the fuck I expect y'all to trust and listen to me if I won't trust and listen to y'all?
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I do have a question. When we go online and say we get the template for the injunction, how many times do we send it off? 3 times or 1?
3 times.
3 times. So we send each one off to the sheriff, to the sheriff, and the...
Yeah, you got your first mailing, first notice. That's what it's called, with the date in red. Then you got your second, it's called your second notice, opportunity to cure, with the date. Then you got your third notice, which is third notice default, with the date. All perfect. People. You send it to the sheriff, the secretary of state, the solicitor general, and your sheriff, and of course
the governor. Yep. And the governor. Yep, for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so then, just first, second, and third. Okay, Jonah. Well, that was what I've really been trying to get on that.
Just for people listening, always do your regular injunction. Do not do the super injunction. The super injunction is used when your trust is set up, to put your trust on the do not detain everywhere.
And every property that comes with it, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
got it, y'all? The super injunction is to warn them, don't fuck with nothing in this trust. Yep.
You giving warning to the president or
exactly.
Doing business size.
Exactly.
Yep.
You got it. You got it, God.
Well, I definitely aspire to keep getting it. It's been about 5 months, so I ain't to my trust yet. But
oh my God, you a newbie.
I'm aspiring to get there. Yeah.
You a newbie, girl.
I stay to the journey. I stay to the journey because the name is real and it stands true. So, yeah.
How did you find me, girl? 5 months ago.
Shout out to Yahoo to L. He put me on.
What up?
Yep, he put me on.
I keep on telling people, 99% of the time, people learn about me through word of mouth.
Yep, and then from there, we have to go. Yes, it was so much peace. All right, and get well, okay?
All right, thank you.
Peace.
Hey. All right, I'm going to the next caller, 719-301. Peace to the God.
Peace to the God, Jonah. Oh, my goodness. I'm so happy and grateful that you are good. I am so happy and grateful to hear your voice. I'm so happy and grateful that large sums of money, good wealth, good health, longevity, clarity comes to you at all times. I'm so happy to hear your voice, man. I'm so happy.
Thank you. It sounded like myself.
Man, how I was gonna ask you, what were the things you felt right before you went out? Like, were there any quote unquote like telltale signs, or you?
I was sick. I just thought it was a cold. Things got really bad really quick. I didn't even know what was going on. My wife had to take over, and I was fighting her every step of the way. You know,
man,
and still is fighting her. I'm still fighting her every step of the way. She be trying to make me sit my ass down. I'm like, no. I got to do something. I'm bored. I gotta push a little more every day to get stronger. You know, she's concerned. I was messing with one of my cars today. I'm up under the car, and so here she come asking me something, but I yelled to her, stop spying on me. She wanted a recipe for tuna steaks. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were spying on me. And she says, no. And I says, you ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm on the ground. If I pass out, I'm on the ground. I'm not going to bump my head or nothing. She's like, I ain't worried. I got your son right there watching you. So they're always spying on me, man, right now. I can't do it. I feel like a kid.
But that's love, though, man. That's love, man. Shout out to her, man.
No doubt. God, real love right there. I don't know what the fuck I would do without her, man. Really.
Word, man. We all need people like that. And shout out to little Scotty, man. He came through.
My whole family like really holds it down for me. It's crazy.
Yes, they do.
You know, my pool went to shit, though. My pool went to shit. I got to rebuild it now. And in the whole nine, shit fucks up when I'm not around.
Oh, because of the rain? Because it's been raining real heavy over here.
Well, a bunch of contractors took advantage of my wife. You know how guys take advantage of women. Wow. It's kind of like when women go to the fucking mechanic. You know he gonna jerk her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I can't get jerked like that because, you know, I'm an engineer, so I know how to do everything, B.
Yep.
So I stay on top of these contractors. And since I wasn't around to do that, man, that fool stood up and worked for maybe a week or two.
Fell apart.
A bunch of wasted money, man.
Man, I'm just happy you're good, man. That's honestly speaking, man, I'm so happy you're good. Like, I'm happy. Like, I'm actually happy to hear your voice. And your voice is getting better. Right.
A lot of people, like I talked to Ron March today, because he'd been calling, and he was like, oh, my God, you sound regular. You sound good. I'm like, I'm good. And we were so happy. We talked for like 45 minutes or so. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to be almost regular and sounding regular and being great. Because when I was in the hospital, I was slurring my words. Whatever the fuck they was giving me, man, I was high.
I don't know why they be doing that, though. I don't see how that really applies to it.
It looked like I was straight up on my deathbed, man. I was slurring my words. They had the oxygen hooked up to my nose. My nigga, I look like an 85-year-old.
Man, all I can say is shout out to your family, shout out to your Ori, shout out to the Divine Creator, and shout out to the God in you. Because that God is the only thing that's going to be there when everything is not. That was that nigga that Jonah God was the one fighting all them shits. Even when the conscious mind was not aware of it. So shout out to that nigga. Shout out to you.
Right. That nigga right there said, yo, my son, you got work to do. Get your ass up.
And we going to keep supporting you spiritually, man. We appreciate you.
I need all of that energy because there's situations and people really out there attacking, you know. But, you know, we going to make it through.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to the Friday show. I usually don't get on live because I don't get a chance to, but I go back and I was listening to the whole thing with the page created just for you when a nigga's down and shit.
That shit is so crazy, man.
I mean, of all time.
I'm like, wow, the lengths y'all go through to try to tarnish my name. But I'm like, yo, it doesn't matter. All you're doing is making me more popular.
Exactly.
I've been dipped since they showed me love the first year when I was on the radio. Ever since I left high frequency, I've been dissed ever since. Actually, I was being dissed before I left High Frequency by True Freeman. So I'm like this, man. I'm used to it, and I think y'all are too.
But that's a sign you're doing the right thing, though. You are the one that's actually giving the shits out. That's you.
I mean, look at tonight. The cut my feed, the cut my audio again. Come on, man.
Yep.
Really?
Last week too.
Y'all up to those old tricks? Those old tricks again?
Yep.
Oh my God.
I mean, like the subject matter you're talking about tonight with the trust. Like up here, they literally have a section in the Chancery Court that says constructive trust. If you didn't know, you would think, oh, that just means to construct your trust. But that word itself,
to make your trust up,
everything up. Yeah.
Nah,
but
that's
you out here
straight fucking fraud. They do that shit.
Yep. But shout out to you, man. Just wanted to send that shout outs, man. That's all I got,
guys. Wonderful talking to you. All right, I'm going to the next call. I'm going to 303-280. Peace to the God. Peace. 303-280.
Peace to the God, OG. Peace to the God.
Peace to the God. Nigga, you know I talk mad shit about you.
I already know. Nigga, you on the line but ain't answering. What you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to say this. Off top, though, I'm so happy and grateful that perfect health flows to Jonah Bay, because you sound normal right now again, G. You sound normal.
Shit.
You sound normal.
Yeah, my wife is really
Last week you didn't quite sound like that. I was like,
I know.
This week,
I know.
You sounded
last
Gucci
week
again.
I was gasping for air, my nigga.
You know, hey, but they can't touch you though. Hold up, real life, they can't get you. But I had something I wanted to share real quick because I was reading a book. It was it's a Jewish book, right? Because I remember when you came back in the day and you said you hit us with the science. You said God's infinite Son, and you dropped that. And you said they're using ecclesiastical law. Mm-hmm. Right, and that was like 6 years ago. I think God been correct for a while, right?
Right.
But you said that. So let me hit you with this, and I already know your mind's gonna catch it, but I'm just gonna say it for the listeners.
He's talking about the W8 bin, y'all.
Yeah.
I had to break down the W8 bin. See, I'm a lot of people don't know this. I was taught by Dr. York to read Arabic and Hebrew. So I can do a lot more than y'all think I can. But go ahead, brother.
Nigga, they're lunching on your science, God. And I want everybody to hear this carefully, what I'm about to read. Now, the book is called Living a Jewish Life. It's by Anita Diamond. If you want to look it up, I'll drop it in the chat. But just this little quick part on their weddings. Now watch this. It says, the wedding. The essence of the Jewish wedding ceremony can be summed up in a few words. The bride accepts an object worth more than a dime from the groom, and the groom recites a ritual formula of consecration. If these two actions are witnessed by at least two other people, a wedding has taken place. Now, I already know you know what that hit for, because what the hell when you go get the deed for the property? $10?
Mm-hmm.
Am I slipping?
No,
Is that
you're not.
The coochie contract this guy was laughing and joking about was a real science. The coochie contract.
You remember when I dropped that? I just dropped that again. Me and Joey Bounce was talking about the coochie contract. Yo, that shit real.
Nigga, 10 cents. And isn't it interesting when you go get the warranty deed from any property, though, it's $10.
Exactly.
Damn, that's a little interesting. That's a little bit interesting. I just wanted to, this guy knows what he's saying, and if you niggas don't know, man, you just ain't gonna
No. Everyone say I'm a fraud. I must be.
That realjonahbay.com shit don't work, man. Come
on.
That
shit don't work. And why the fuck, and how the fuck did they use my own name?
Hey, God, I went and looked at it. That's a WordPress website, so they put a lot of energy into that. Like, you have to know coding and shit for that shit.
That's what we said. We were impressed by the website. I'm like, damn, they put a lot of money and energy into this shit. Like, that shit is better than my website.
Nigga, it was nice. Like,
literally.
Hey, if y'all need some
and
business, I need to give me a website.
And to call it the real Jonah Bey, make it seem like, my website's fake. They got the real one. That shit crazy.
But
that
nigga,
shit funny.
You gotta understand, if somebody's hating you that much, there's a purpose behind it. You can't be the light and expect everybody to not be mad at the light, though. Come on now.
Yeah, that's not no regular shit right there at all. Regular
not
shit
at all.
Is they go on their Instagram.
Like you could do a Wix. Like I know how to do it. You could do a Wix. You could do like some joints is free, but a WordPress you actually have to know coding. Like
that's
a little
what
Scotty,
I'm saying.
like young kids. Like that shit is
we
nice. Man.
were trying to find out, the normal shit to find this person because I wanted to sue. And I'm like, damn, they really hit themselves, and this is impressive.
I think I might have some info on who it might be, but I'm gonna contact you in a private on that, man. But
all right, hit me up.
It's a little elaborate though, G. It's a little elaborate, and they have your webinars up there for free, dog. Like the real sources on it.
Okay, so right after they dropped that, they went to YouTube and they put up the GSA bond webinar for free.
See, and I'm gonna be honest with you, God. I think you doubt yourself a little bit. This almost might be like agent type levels, man. Like I think you getting to that level where it's agent shit, man.
I said the same shit. I was like, yo, it seemed like this is some real agent shit for real. And I'm like,
niggas,
yo, these niggas
it's
is
too
really
much energy in that.
Me. Well, I thought it was some agent shit when I showed y'all how the white boy made a video with me and Tony King. And the whole video was really dissing me.
Yep.
Right there on you.
Yep.
And I said, God damn, a white boy putting this shit out? That shit crazy.
I think you're doubting yourself. You think it's just like regular nigga shit. Nah, I think you're getting to that point where it's real agent shit, man. Like, love.
Yeah.
So
you right.
Just, stay low, nigga. Don't let them touch you, obviously, but it it seems like it's getting to agent shit, man.
I gotta keep on doing what I'm doing until we get to those securities. You feel me?
And I know, nigga ain't gonna let nobody touch him. Go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? But all day, perfect health. I just got my deodorant from the great Michelle Scott store. Booty so soft, nigga. All that, right? All that.
She's sitting right here listening too. She's sitting right next to me listening. Jeez. Peace,
all right,
God.
G. Stay healthy though, man. Don't let them touch you.
Thank you. I won't. All right, that's our show for today, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. I hope y'all learned something, why we doing what we doing, what direction we're going into, the whole nine. Get at me. Like I said, go to jonahbey.com to pick up Discharge webinar. Go to jonahbey.com to pick up the executor letter. Go to makemorecommerce.com to get your tickets for the Trust Webinar Part 4. Very important. All right? Peace to the gods. We out of here.